is you want to maybe kill in the hallways. You're gonna see I'm probably gonna move along the rooms, but we're gonna be doing it very calculated. Again, we're also gonna be focusing on the exit. So here I'm gonna fight in the hallways to kind of avoid the idea of a trap here. Tatsoy Etta. The very first Reaper. You know you could have unlocked Reaper back in ARR. You just needed to put in the appropriate cheat code, but no one found it, so you had to wait all the way to Endwalker to get Reaper. What a secret that was, holy crap. Well, I would say, Lesser Rat, another way to look at it, if you clear Palace on an Astro, safe to say you own Palace of the Dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, even getting to the 190s, you're saying that you're that good at Palace of the Dead and you can take an Astro. That's another way to look at it. Yeah, it's difficult, but to have the balls to take an Astro and get that high must mean that you're freaking good at the content. Kill Edda so I learned how to be a Reaper through osmosis. Yo, Pocket. Moving the new deep dungeon. Instead of getting one shot when you fail mechanics, you get nasty damage down like the new ultimate. That's... I don't know. I think I'd rather just die at that point, Agni. You know, it's like just watching your time just get obliterated because you just got hit with a damage down. I don't know, man. Good thought, though. I wonder. Yeah. That'd be a takeaway to solve tank meta. That's true, that old discussion we had about how to eliminate raw intuition out of the equation. Maybe. I mean, you know what's another idea, Lake? It's to eliminate, it's to put like an infirmary debuff on people, but except it doesn't apply to items. So you have a debuff where it negates healing from abilities, but not from items. That could be a way to do that too, like a debuff like that. Since that's something too. Get with mech and lose Serenity. Oh my god. That's a brutal lava button. Alright, we're moving along these floors. Nothing too much to mention. Again, we're just trying to fight in hallways. I'm going through the exits. Probably the next mention of something important is going to be at 81 and when we get to 90. We'll lightly describe some of the bosses and give you some ideas for the bosses as well. But again, you know, this is pretty smooth. Nothing too crazy on these runs right now. You just want to get through. We're going through pretty quickly. If anyone's able to keep up with my pace, hey, you might be looking at a pretty good run for yourself if you can keep up with me at these floors. It said have healing ability? Yeah. I was thinking an enemy shifts a buff if you leave it alive too long or something. Well, you do have an enemy that does do that in Heaven on High. You have an enemy that does strip a debuff, that cuts your buffs in half. There's like one enemy that does it. It depends on the job. What job you playing, Sarek? I'll always ask because I'll always forget, but what job you playing? Sure. Machinist? Okay, Machinist would be no abilities, no items. That would be brutal. Gloom, no items would be kind of brutal as well. Because it's harder to kite on that set. That's about it though. That's probably the more common ones I'd probably take the thing on. It's those two. Like I can deal with no items plain. So like if you only get no items, we can fight through that. If you only get no abilities, that's not terrible. If you only get gloom, that's not terrible, depending on what you're fighting. Oh god, I hope you had a donut room. The donut room will save you from gloom. Idle is proximity here. I'll just go the other way. Oh, sight's good. When I fall, I know we go blazing fast. I'm accustomed to speedrun now. I've been doing some actual speedruns in Stranger Paradise, and we've been going pretty damn fast. So I'm like built for a speedrun. You know what I'm saying? One sand, but it was flooded. Fought through it though, sprint every pull. Nicely done, Killer Jolt. I wish they had a blue to deep dungeon, maybe a couple levels, suitability, a couple floors. I wish they'd find a way, but I guess we'll see next deep dungeon what's gonna happen there. Raptorbot is hiding notifications again. Huh? Raptorbot's sitting there. Oh, what happened? Did you do something? Did you resup or something? Am I still third? I am still third. I got a faster time though. I sped up my time by 3 minutes. But Primera had a 155 and I went to 154, so I'm still third. I'm getting there. Careful when I move along here. She knows I'm trying to fight along the hallways and also along the edges. The traps can be pretty tricky on these floors. We've been lucky so far, but the traps can be kind of annoying, so you don't want to be too risky. It is a little common to die on this type of floors. Wait, let's kill first. Oh, you know when it's... Oh, I see. Sometimes it can be finicky, you know how it goes. Bots. Robots. They do what they want. A good song. I love this song. Yeah, we're gonna do it again next week. I still have a couple things I can try to do, Lake. So we'll back in on Monday to try to add in some things and try to improve that run. I'm really excited about that. There we go. Oh wait, I can do the strength. Alright, let's go. Guess we'll pick up that strength later. I do recommend, guys, and I haven't mentioned this before, so I'll mention it now. We'll probably mention it a little bit, a couple times in the run. Don't pop a strength the moment you see it. Use up the strength, clear up the floor, get to the exit, see the exit open, and then pop the strength. A lot of people use it right away, and it's inefficient. Just think about the time that you've lost because you used a strength that could have just been saved. So get into that habit. Don't get too excited that you see something. Think about how to best apply it, best make it efficient. The best use of it. So here I saw the strength on that first room, but I'm opening it later after we open that exit. Here I need to clear up the thing, so we gotta open this up. So now we get the strength over here coming in, and we'll have a fresh strength go in. And now on these floors, yeah, you can be like, oh, whatever, it's these floors. We're gonna be through these floors very quickly. It's about creating habits. If you form the habit of doing the strength like that immediately, maybe you do it later, maybe you forget about it later. So form it now, get used to it now, and then you can make it work on the later floors. Exactly. Hey me, Any noteworthy tips for Reaper since I'm getting pretty... I'm into the pretty floors again? Normal melee stuff, but definitely one of the things that made me go so fast on Reaper, Q-Jade, was just abusing egress. Like optimize egress. Teleport whenever possible, use that thing on cooldown. You will move so fast along the floors. And you'll see that, I mean, egress saving you time on the movement, man, that adds up over time. You can skip enemies, but it's more just traversing through the floors. Just pure movement. It's like ninja's movement speed, something like that. Yeah, it's also excellent for kiting. It's really, really good for kiting. It's one of the keys to surviving mimics for sure, and it's, what, 20 seconds? So it's just an extremely useful tactic to have. I think you can zoom past a sight enemy if you do the dash, if you do the thing right behind their conal. I think you can actually get away with that. I've done that before, but it's not always. It might also depend on the server tick sometimes on that one. Yeah. What's up, love kids? By the way, how you doing? You guys know the drill. You guys know that drill. Yeah, not proximity. Cannot get past proximity. Beep. 17 mimics already. Soul Flares are jerks, but they're not that bad here. Actually, Soul Flares are always jerks in any game. They're so bad in Strangers too. Up! Still need a kill. Still need more kills. That sucks. The trap was right here. This is where the trap was, right here. So, like, it's tight along that wall. Oh my god. High kill floor, 59. Yep, go. Also use sprint a lot. In the lower floors, guys, use sprint a lot. In the higher floors, we're gonna use them for kiting, but hey man, you gotta move faster. Our machine is always full of ricochet. Don't lead the new people astray. Not the 6.11 alkaline, the wildfire one has no effects, but certainly the potency increases, obviously. I mean, you know, getting more drill from 6.1 is going to be good, but yeah, some of the potency stuff did help. Okay, when low level floors are high kill. Yeah. You're supposed to be later, what are you doing over here? Had a 19, so is that fast? I don't know how fast that is. Is that fast? I don't do that very often, so I don't know how fast that is. Or slow. Picked up 2 potsherds so far. Actually, yeah, 2, and then Edda gave me 3. Okay, let's go to the exit. Before I add D's. Dang, dude. Yeah, speedrun. Alright, this boss, shall we? This is exactly what you're gonna see in the 160 boss, except it won't be hitting as hard. You basically just want to get knocked back into a safe spot. Arm's length does work. I'll show you arm's length on the first bit. Make sure you're in motion to avoid the puddles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll actually use arm's length later. Find an open spot, get pushed back. Pop. That's a knockback. Look along the surroundings, make sure you don't get hit with those orbs, and then we just keep moving, keep fighting. Not too bad. Alright, so now I'll show you arm's length does work. Some people sometimes ask that question. So an arm's length here for knockback prevention. I'll tell you something though, once we get to the 160 boss, we will want to actually take the knockback intentionally. The idea here is that if you're creating distance from you and the boss, that's mitigation. The boss has to keep up with you to get to be able to hit you. So you're saving damage like that. Something to keep in mind. Got song the first run, nice. Before we step into 61 plus, if you guys haven't noticed, I've been wearing this all month. We have the GMG blue light glasses. These protect you against blue light. I've been using it all month, and they've been really cool. And actually, right now, do I have the right command for this? I think I do. They actually, I believe it's 40% off for the next. Yeah, it's 40% off for the next day. So if you guys want the glasses, you get a discount on the glasses. But I like them a lot. They help you. They help with the blue light and kind of helping you with like sleep-ish, getting the strain on the eye. And since I've been using it for like a whole month now, I certainly can say that I have like no eye strain, so it's really nice. Does it protect you from the reflection in my own hoodie in my chair? No, because that's not blue light. That's better. That's like blue color. It's different. You don't seem like the type to be anti-blue light anything. I know. It's tough to advertise this because of that, but look, I assure you, my eyes are thankful. Don't have to get social glasses when your eyes are shit to begin with. True. The only problem with these glasses, they're not prescription, but you know, if you don't need prescription, they're pretty damn good. But yeah, check out the link if you guys want to try it out. Also, you are helping me if you get some of the glasses. You buy some, I actually get a little bit, you know, little help there. Hey, Dubbington, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Alright, shall we continue? Let's go. Yo, blinded by light, let's go. Blinded by light, not blinded by blue lights. Because we have the glasses. I had the code in my glasses, but I can definitely vouch for blue light protection. Yeah, some prescription glasses have blue light protection, but I have been going without glasses at all for a while. And I will say, like, I feel like it does really help. Like I have not felt an eye strain for a while, and sometimes I do get eye strains gaming a little bit. And you will notice, it almost is like sunglasses for the eyes. Because when I take them out, everything is a lot brighter. And as it should be, it's more vibrant, etc. But part of that is what kind of gives you a little bit of the eye strain. So... We're gonna pop the strength here. Sunglasses for the eyes. Exactly, dude. For your eyes while playing games, that's what it is. I'm hating these high kill counts. Let's blow up a dinosaur before it even gets to me. Hogs, let's go. A lot of you're in Dinoville, right? There's a lot of dinosaurs here. A lot of them are gonna be sights, except when you start seeing like wyverns and stuff. But again, nothing too threatening if you're handling them one at a time. You just want to be able to manage the floors carefully. Don't step on the traps as you're killing things. It's always jamming. It's one of my favorite battle themes of all time. Raising, let's go. This is the first floor. You'll see resolution as well, in case you guys are doing some deep dungeon trivia. You know, you guys obviously go to like your bars and clubs and stuff, and they have trivia nights. And one of the questions they'll ask 100% in trivia night is they'll be like, what floor does resolution show up in Palace of the Dead? It's 61, and you'll look like the smartest kid in the room, you know. Oh, save. I wish we could have those graded walls partitions. I wish we could have the bench as a furnishing. I want the bench as a furnishing. Trivia night and RP bars. We must make this a reality. Okay. I believe I have blue light glitch for my prescription glasses. Yeah, my prescription that I used to use, but I don't really use them as much. I have blue light on them, like slight blue light. But I mean, if you're someone who doesn't use glasses at all, I think this is where it's nice. Like a lot of you guys do have prescription glasses, so like you wouldn't be able to really use these glasses. But if you're like someone who doesn't need glasses, whose vision is, you know, nice compared to other people, but you still want to protect your eyes, that's a good option instead of just wearing whatever. So something to take into consideration. Again, it is now 40% off, I believe, for the next 2 days, or maybe 1 day. It's a good discount. There's a wyvern that is proximity over there, so it is one I want to kill. One thing that we will mention as the run goes, especially when we get into the higher floors, is we want to start killing things to make sure that we get to the exit clean. One theme that you want to try to focus on is killing just enough enemies. The exit opens, okay, let's go to the exit. Anytime you kill past the exit, essentially is a waste of time, unless you're going for points. If you're going for points, different story. But you definitely want to get into the habit of trying to kill just enough. And if you start having to kill like 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies after the exit is open, think about how you could have made that more efficient. See, exit's open, we're right there. Because on the later floors, you kill an extra enemy, it's like an additional 1, 2, 3 minutes on the run. You do it every floor. Imagine you do it every floor, 9 floors. You kill 1 extra enemy once the exit opens. Goodbye 9 minutes. Goodbye 18 minutes if you're taking 2 minutes to do that. That shit adds up, you know? So you want to make sure that you do it pretty efficiently, and that alone could just be a huge time save. My clear had 3 minutes left. Hey, you know, 57, it's all good. Okay, so I'm gonna pull probably a wyvern here. Yep. I think of overkilling like this. You survive every fight you don't get in. You survive every fight you don't get in. Yeah, that's actually an interesting way of doing it. Yeah, that's a way to think about it for sure. Hugging the wall tight as we move along this room. Yeah, hey, oh god. Okay, we're good. Okay, wyvern's gonna go. Killing a ton of extra stuff would have failed the run. Yeah. Absolutely. That stuff adds up, so be efficient. One of the maybe the key things to focus on first and foremost of your own attempts. Analyze what you're doing. Aside from taking a while to make decisions, analyze how the kills are going. Okay, 3 minutes on strength, so not popping that strength until we open the exit here. Hey cutie. You changed your name! Ari Pinheart, okay. I like the new name. How you doing? Any reasoning behind that? You don't have to explain. Sometimes there's a nice story around it, so I hope everything was okay. You good? Okay. I gotta stop stepping on landmines, they're kinda giving me heart attacks here. It's your... Aw, you are a blessing, Ari. Oh my god, can you know how much of a blessing that is for Twitch streamers? Like, not to make fun of you guys at all, you do what you want to do, but man, it is so hard when you have a different Twitch name and a different in-game name. Like, I am not remembering. I'm already bad with names, man. I can't remember names for the life of me. You know? Dates and names, can't remember any of them. So just make my life easier. Please. I'm gonna kill this one only because I gotta pick up the strength. He might turn around. Do we need to stand on a landmine when we do rage? Do we need to stand on landmine when I do rage? Ideally not. Sorry, but my Twitch name is staying the same. No, I'm not encouraging you guys to change it. Just understand that, like, don't feel bad if we don't like make the connection. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that for like some like PSA of like change your name so it matches your in-game. No, just understand that I'm not gonna freaking remember your name, you know. I'm never like it's just gonna be so hard for me to remember that stuff. I already have a bad enough memory. Some of you guys already know that. How bad would it be if I changed to I am not Logan? I know, dude. I wouldn't be able to figure you out, man. I'm bad with names, and I do Muay Thai without glasses. I get it. So many people confused. Yep. Ariana Pinhard, but I go by Ari usually. I like it. That's a nice name. So then I guess I'll just call you Ari now, because that works out, huh? I mean, unless you want me to call you Cutie, which is fine too. I could potentially do that, but alright, cool. Sounds good to me. Ari's good. Alright. Approved. What if all mods swap their names around? I hope you enjoy that for 60 days or so. How long does it take you to swap your names? It's like a 60-day venture or something. You can't do it for 60 days. You want me to call you Cutie? I'll call the entire chat Cutie. How about that? Get wrecked. How's that feel? Get wrecked. I called you all cuties. Susan? Damn, what if that is actually her real name? Are you kidding me right now? Hey, do you guys see that this crocodile has eyes in his mouth? Can you imagine having eyes in your mouth? It's like really inefficient to like exist. Do you see that? Do you see their eyes? Right there. See that? See? There's eyes. You just notice that? Yeah, it's not very obvious. Anita does games!
Thank you for all your help, Senpai. Still loving your content.
That is 2 Twitch babies Nina does games. Thank you for continuing to support this channel for 18 frickin' months. I appreciate that. What the hell did he just alert to? It's a crocodile. It has eyes in his mouth. I mean, it's the same thing as some people don't realize the hands in Heaven on High. Those claw grips. Dude, maybe take a look at your mount. Some of you guys have the claw. Don't you guys have the claw mount? Their face is right in the middle. I don't know if the claw mount has that though. But the enemies in Deep Dungeon, their eyes are like in the palm and their mouth is in the palm. That's why they're sight. That's not why they're sight, but that's why they're sight. Yo, what's up, Gabriel? How you doing? As you can see who you're yelling at. True. The pterodactyls are proximity, so you definitely want to eliminate them first and foremost. We'll check the chests here. Reason. Mixing some HUD from my bard here, kind of suffering. How's the keyboard going? Is it working? Hopefully it's working. What armor is that I'm using? I am using Eureka Glam. I think it's mostly Eureka. I think maybe the boots and the boots I think are not Eureka, but this is Eureka. So I think the pants aren't, but yeah, the gloves are Eureka because they glow. The body's Eureka and the hat's Eureka. This is elemental gear from Hydrodos. Hydrodos. Keyboard hard AF. What do you mean? It's so easy. I just checked since I am fake grinding in the game. You're right about the clock. Does it have? Yo, Boreas, does it have the face on the mount too? That's hilarious. Did I freak you out? Are you gonna use that now? Are you just gonna stop using because the claw mount is just looking down upon you every time they pick you up? Have I scarred you for life? I want the bronze chest. I'm gonna pick it up. So I have nightmares from grinding it? I don't have nightmares from grinding it. I enjoyed that grind. Farmigalia armor? Gotcha. Agria? Can't do the thing. Where's the exit? $469, let's go. Steel. I'm currently grinding out 8 crafting tools back to back. Is that the achievement ones? Dude, I still have to do crafting and I haven't done it yet. That's strength, okay. Again, we're gonna use the strength once I'm out of here. And we should be out of here after this enemy, yep. Dude, the Savage of crafting. Yeah, I think I have them. I think I did get them. I just don't remember them anymore. They're the ones that require you to do the expert recipes, right? You have to do expert recipes to do the thingy. I think I did all of them. I think my only complaint was that the Carpenter relic wasn't a chainsaw. Like, the chainsaw for Carpenter is my favorite tool. But I think it's just a regular saw, because the chainsaw have batteries and it is a literal chainsaw, and I think it is the coolest tool that exists for Carpenter. But I'm really upset that it isn't a relic. I mean, they already put glow on the relic. They may as well give it to the chainsaw, you know. This enemy just does kind of a big cleave into the puddle. You want to make sure that you take it out of the puddle. I'll also demonstrate something kind of cool that most people will not know. And we were demonstrating that, I think, on last week on the boss. So first of all, here's the puddle. This is Dow's. So here, what we want to do is we want to time our sprint on this. So we'll have a big heavy. When we sprint, we will avoid the Electrogenesis coming in, which is our strategy for the 170 boss. But here's something that you may not know. Most AoEs on the ground are usually bad. But this puddle does nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. It is only a buff for the boss. So you could run through it, you could stand in it, nothing is going to happen. Do not worry about it. It looks pretty on the ground, that's all. So you don't have to avoid walking into it, you can walk through it. Like here, I'll walk through it, and we'll make it kind of park a new puddle on top of it, like that. Which will be a strategy we'll use in 170, but it's just to kind of showcase that, because little itty bits of cool tidbits are always nice to know. Don't torture me with the thought, Paulo. I want EW, DOA, DO. Oh yeah, I want that too. But I want a chainsaw. Give me a chainsaw. Just please, just give me more chainsaws. Like, I don't know why Machinist has anything else. Alright, that's 70 down. We go into 71, guys. 81 is where we want to kind of mind it just a little bit. The 90 boss does get a little bit harder, but Purite. Side enemy targets here, they just do double attacks. We'll talk more about them later in the next video. Nice trap. Safety. I love getting a safety after I hit a trap. Best timeline. Rage. Guess we'll use that. Dun, dun, dun. Onward. When I started doing PoTD, just got max 8 to full. Hollow, let's go, Hollow. Welcome to the grind, let's go. I'll race you to 200. We'll see who gets 200 first, let's go. How could you turn down that challenge? Strength here. With the tunes of Bismarck. Reassemble. Alright, so we have Anzu. So interesting thing here about the Anzu, guys. If you're familiar with the Anzu at 171, you're familiar that they should belly flop. Anzu do not belly flop until they are at low HP. So it's about 30% that they will belly flop. So what? I can sit here forever. It's not gonna belly flop. Let's give a crap. In the lower floors, it is an HP thing. So we'll just auto this thing because, you know, I have nothing to do in my life. 36 right now. Let's see where it dips. We go to 31. We go to 20. There we go. 30% is when it does the belly flop. So that might not be pertinent information, especially in a machinist one, because you're, again, demolishing enemies very quickly, but hey, it's a little bit of knowledge to have. I've seen people die to this thing before, so you don't want to take that for granted. So what you want to do if you're fighting Anzu is maybe save the drill for later, like finish it off as like a kill shot, so you don't have to deal with the shenanigans of it, so something to keep in mind. Max pull is first step to addiction, yep. We doing floors tonight, hey, yeah we are Alka. Trying to explain things here and there, but we want to go fast. You know, sleep's pretty good, I like sleep. But it also can showcase how fast you want to go. I think it's a nice theme to kind of push forward. A nice agenda to talk about. You know, a lot of people complain about those fluff floors, and especially if you're going on attempt, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you gotta get through these floors all the time. So to see how fast you can go in a speedy manner, at least it showcases, hey, at least you can try to get through these floors fast. But you can do it carefully, you can do it where you don't die, that's what's important, because going so fast but then dying in like 86, man, that feels so terrible. It's like such a tragic feeling. So you kind of don't want that to happen, you want to make sure it's clean. So you kind of inject a little bit of speed, but at the same time you make sure that you're a little bit more careful. Can try sub... You could, Jason, if you want to kind of go for world record, yeah, you could. Is that what you're gonna do, Jason? Are you gonna do 1,000 runs to get to sub 8 or something like that? Look at that evil trap. That's right. Joe Ross asks, will DC travel on its way? Did they address how it affects scoreboards in Deep Dungeon? Like, will you be able to travel Crystal and score there? You can't travel to another world and score. I highly doubt you can travel to a DC and score, so more than likely you can't. But... Big Fish is your passion? Gotcha. Found the exit. Just mowing through these enemies, trying to get to the exit. Oh, we're out. Can't use the raids because we had no knockback, so it doesn't really matter. Hi, have a good night. Okay, Lake, did you say part 2 Thursday? Yep, our usual schedule, Tuesday, Thursday, so Thursday should be the continuation of this, Lake. Have a good night. Trying about 11 months for Necromancy on off. Out of 100 of attempts, almost every single one ended sub 100 because I tried to save a couple minutes, wiped the big pulls. Only recently I learned saving 2 minutes not worth potentially lose. Yep. I love Zeus. I completely agree with you. That is the conclusion I came to. I love Zeus. In the early days of my palace climb, I would go quote unquote quicker and then take more risks. Like, okay, maybe we can just like run through this room, maybe we can do an extra pull here and there, and then you end up dying. And it feels so terrible. It's like you just wasted, like you said, like 1, 2, 3 hours. It's like, well, I could have just gone 2 minutes slower and saved my damn run. But nowadays, because of how much I've been doing it, I certainly have created a balance with that. Like, it's very rare. I don't remember the last time I died on the lower floors on stream. Like, died, not DC, not like straight death. That probably was like maybe a year and a half ago that happened. But we've gone through here how many times? Every single week we are going through Palace. And I get to those floors every single week. So it's something that I certainly don't take for granted. But you gotta try to translate that to your run to make you understand why that works. Does that make sense? I mean, limits can be pushed, especially if you're going for scoring runs and stuff, but if you just want to get that clear, it's important to have a consistency. And we certainly have created a consistency on my runs, for sure. My playlist is being nice this time. It's actually not repeating songs, but watch the repeat songs after this one. Taking the Domel with me. This is a safe room, so we're not worried about aggro here. I'm gonna wait to kill this first before I check the chest in case there's a trap. I'll kill the lion. Alright, let's continue. Check the chest, that's a steal, we'll pop it now because I might be going to the exit. See, in this part, I didn't open the exit, okay, fair. But I'm going to an area where the exit might be, so instead of having to run back and all that stuff, a little bit more efficient just for me to pick it up and then go to the exit. So it's kind of a on-the-call basis of when you need to use, when you should use the pawn, when you wait, or something like that, but... Man, I do not have that song in here. That song is not in here, so you'd have to pick another song. I wish it was in here, but that had given me issues on YouTube, so I cannot play that song. I really wish I could. Yeah, unfortunately it did trigger copyright on YouTube, so I can't use it. I actually have almost no battle themes from 7 to 10. So like, let the battles begin, not in there. Don't be afraid, not in there. Man Machine Gun, not in there. Battle theme 1 from FF9, not in there. And the battle theme from 10, not in there. I can't use them. I wish I could, but all of them triggered copyright. And it made sense, I guess. I mean, Square Enix did release their online music library, but it's those common battle themes that they trigger. It's also the same, I don't have any Octopath music on my thing, because every single Octopath triggered copyright. So right now the playlists I have are songs that have been showing me that they don't trigger copyright at all. And I've used them multiple times and they're still good to me. Now things have changed in the future, but as of right now they're good to me now. So Bird of Palace is interesting. It has an AoE called Revelation. If you get hit with Revelation, it will give you a 30-second Hypnotize. You're essentially going to die if you cannot control your character for 30 seconds. I think it's actually Confused. Don't get hit with that AoE, for the love of God. You're probably just gonna die. Would you always use Alteration on tanks, range, risk of mimics, because runes blocking your path to exit high floors? Yes. With making sure I get a rage. If I have 0 rage Agni, it becomes a questionable decision. And that really only shows up in 191, but that does cross my mind. Like, okay, what happens if we get a treasure room mimics? If I had a rage, it might be worth it because of the potential regain on Palm Enders. If I don't have a rage, having to deal with the treasure room mimics is a big tragedy. and I will stop using alterations in like 191 because of that. Yeah, don't get hit with it. It's certain death even on the lower floors. Lizard, it's almost guaranteed death even on these floors. You just cannot control it. Not to mention he's gonna spam it and like reapply it. So it's really bad. Well, I hope that made sense logically, Agni. Again, it's a guideline. It's not a rule. But my logic, that's how I'm thinking about it. It's like, okay, we get a treasure of mimics, whatever. I'll just rage out of here. We'll run the bet of maybe picking something back up to make up for that rage. Because, what, you get like 11 chests or something, right, potentially? So, but that's how I think about it. That's my decision there. Mr. Cynic, hello. Have you restarted your Dark Knight run? Hope the information that Cheetah gave on Sunday was good. The bad debuff combos change for bad, yep. No knockback treasure mimics, evil. But again, I think it's still worth it. You get the rage, you get the palms, you know, I think it's still worth it, but it just depends on what you consider worth it or not. No, Cynic was doing a Dark Knight run. We were talking about how to deal with the 120 boss on his end. I spend my Aether Pole and Reaper Scythe to build. Oh, okay. The Reaper Scythe is a common one. Absolute Paradox, it is round 2. It is absolutely round 2, you got that for sure. We have a Bird of Pallas that did spawn here, so I want to maybe take care of that first here. It is probably the more deadly one because the AoE, which will come out right about here. There's Revelation, do not get hit with it, otherwise I am just gonna die, period. Okay, Cat. I need to get the cat. Glue no knockback damage on Mimic Treasure Room. Instant Serenity. So there's so few options in the Palace site fits the PoTD set, PvP set so perfectly. How's the Cynic? How does the Wolf Collar site look? Is it pretty good? I would imagine that's a little closer to the Palace of the Dead one. Do you know what I'm talking about? I like the new craftable Thordian Reaper Scythe. Craftable Thordian Reaper Scythe. Oh, I can't open my crafting menu again. So the same priority? Ooh, yes. You know why? Okay, so what did we spawn? What did we spawn? We spawned a Wisent, we spawned a cat, and we spawned a Bird of Paradise. Oh, I just took the dot. Hold on. I might die. Okay. I didn't get the lust out. Well, honestly, that's an immediate witching. So what you would do is you do a witching first. I think the first thing you want to take care of is the cat because of the paralyzed. Because imagine the worst case scenario, you get paralyzed into Revelation. Big effing yikes, dude. So I would recommend probably do a witching first. Take care of the curl first. Curl goes down, then the Bird of Paradise, and then the Wisent. Because the Bird of Paradise, even though it has Revelation, you can probably kill it in 30 seconds because the Wisent will do its soft in range at 30 seconds. I'm making a mess of this right now. This is not a good example of how to do this fight. I'm just kind of just talking and hitting buttons right now. We'll chalk this up to how not to do this fight. How about that? This will be a don't do it like this way. So that when you watch this, you're like, okay, I won't do it this way. Well, the worst thing that can happen, Absolute Paradox, if you do not drop the Bird of Paradise by the time the Whissen does his Enrage, the Whissen does give you a heavy weight movement. So unless you're sprinting, you may not dodge Revelation. Revelation drops, you're at minimal movement speed, you might be screwed. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you take it out. The Wolf Collar Scythe is just okay in your opinion. I like... Okay, got it. Yeah, I didn't know how it looked, but I knew it had like a reddish kind of vibe to it, Cynic. So I don't remember how it looked. Alright, that is floor 80. A little messy floor 80. But at least it can show you that you can try to recover. Alright, how does that Thordian Scythe look? So let me bring in the in-game music here just for a second. What's it called? Is it round? Sickle of the Round. Try on. Oh, whoa, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I still kind of wish it was brighter though, but it's not bad. It's kind of cool. How do you think of that, Cynic? Does that match your stuff or no? Are you going kind of are you going for like the red theme? It's kind of cool. Oops. Gunblade. The Gunblade's not bad. Yeah, lol. Hope the guy goes well and helps lots of people. I hope so too. I mean, the one that's up right now, I hope I said your name right. The one that's up right now has helped many people, and I wanted to do a new one just to update it, you know, for the current stuff. Because you know what's the common one I get on that video right now? The one that's up right now for the Shadowbringer. What happened to the 100 boss? It's so much harder than when I did it. Did something happen? Common question. And I did put the link to the new Endwalker version of the 100 boss. Like, I have the link in the video, or in the comments, but I can't expect people to read the description. So we'll just make a new one. I am gonna keep the old one available, by the way. I won't unlist it or anything. I think I'll keep it available. I think. Maybe I'll give it some time and then we'll post the new one. We'll see how the new ones get traction and then probably move it over, so... Yeah, people don't read the description. I don't blame them though, unless I honestly don't. I mean, I could put cards and I could put end screens and stuff on the video to make it better, but I'm lazy. I honestly should do that, to be fair. I'm sticking with red and black for sure. Got it. Got it. If you have AL Surecast, you should be able to avoid slow. If you have Armor Link and Surecast, you can avoid slow. Yes, you are correct, Lava Button, if you time it correctly. But if you're managing 3 enemies, you might forget. So just to kind of keep that in mind. Soon the description will all go away of the dislike. Oh, like it just isn't in there anymore. You know that you can raid if you stream on YouTube Live, you can raid people now, just like Twitch. I mean, if you're not checking the upload date. Hey, I put in the title. It's like I put in the title the patch note. I believe in the title it says like 5.3 or something like that. Like I put the patch in there. But it's not clear enough. I don't know if that's my fault. I should make it more clear, but you know, you gotta accommodate to the gamers, I guess. ID 1+. Okay, the bigger the enemy, the more HP they have. That is a rule of thumb. So by pulling this dragon, he's gonna take a lot of damage. Yeah, I might unlist the old videos, because they're honestly irrelevant. Now, they're still great, but I might unlist the old ones when I get the new ones up there. Oh, that chest is really blocked out. I'm just gonna ignore him. Unless, but have playlists for legacy guides. Yeah, well, like the playlists do exist for like I remember when I was asked to do them and split them into sets of 10, so that still exists too. So the playlist does already exist. I don't know on these lower floors. That did cross my mind, Agni, but I don't know if they do it here. It did cross my mind though. I mean, it's not really. I guess it would be some knowledge, but it's not that important in these floors. At least if they're still in the playlist, that's public. People can look for them. Yes, But, you know, essentially, I would want to reroute everyone to the new ones because essentially the older ones are just going to be irrelevant. Unless, of course, we have like a sick run where it's just like nothing happens and then we just go to 200 and you don't learn anything. Like, that's going to be bad. But, you know, we got through some descriptions here so far. And of course, the meat of this description is going to happen around here. This is where you'll have more things that needs to be talked about, especially once we get to the bomb. And then walking into 91 Plus, which I'll discuss a lot more into detail. And of course, if you guys have questions, please ask them. A couple of you guys have asked some great questions already, so just think of it this way. You ask a question about Deep Dungeon. Yes, I'm answering you, but you're also potentially answering someone else that could be watching the video. Something they may not have thought of, or something they did think of, and they're incapable of asking because, you know, they're watching it. I'm not live. And the Machinist videos the Machinist videos got a lot of traction because, you know, certain people watch them. And by certain people, I mean not just a specific individual, but a number of individuals watch them and kind of spread them out and even watch them on their own streams. So they got a lot of traction. So I just hope the newer ones will be a good one for people to get into and all that stuff. Do a quick shot of my Reaper and screenshots. Okay, cool. I'll take a look at that after stream. Thank you for that. Tea time? Tea time? I mean tea time. The Rage over here. Oh, the Rage is over here. Oh wait, oh no! Wait, did everyone do that? Is that what I wanted to do? Sick. Oh, and Yaquaru, thanks for the follow. I didn't realize you followed. I appreciate that, so I must have missed it. Oh, you know what? That was probably doing me, like, messing up Behemoth, so I missed it. My bad. I want all the bronze chests. Give me all the bronze chests. Hey, Siren. Finally, I can actually live paying for this no DC. I know. I hope not, man. We'll see what happens. You never know what the world has in store for me, but we'll try my best not to get that disconnect. Got him. Little tech there. Getting the silver chest as the enemy was low to get the quick kill. I don't really recommend it on Machinist, only because it's unnecessary. You have enough damage to make up for it. That's a healer tank strat. I showed it to you, so you know, why not? There you go. Enjoy the tech. Boop 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 boop. Boop boop boop. Boop 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 boop. Yeah. You gotta be really sure about what you're doing. You gotta make sure your HP is high enough for that tech if you're gonna do it, but it's there. It's not like it doesn't change. It's not like they disable it for Machinists. It's just not worth it in my opinion, but there you go. Goody. Hopefully we have enough kills here. I know I had one more here. Nope. Maybe get lucky it's a mimic so I don't have to run back. Nope, Shank Steel. Okay, that's not bad. Oh hi, thanks for walking over here so I can get a kill. Wow, how kind of this ogre. He's like, hey, did you need a kill? I'm like, yeah, I did. Thanks, man. Oh, I need another kill though, damn. He had the last laugh right there. My only regret with Necro Clear was not trying to landmine a fashion. Why, did you hate them that much? Or did you have the opportunity to do so? Okay, let's go. Steel and Strength coming in. Do it at the end of the floor because it's near the exit. Kept sneaking up on you. Oh, the fashions like the mimics, like the Manticore for you. I usually don't get caught up with fashion, although they did kill me on Scholar at one time. Pushing. Oh, that's treasure room. Where's the exit? Okay, it's on the left side. So here's a small example of how we can handle a treasure room. You want to make it efficient. So that exit's on the left side. So let's kill around the exit. I don't really need to deal with the stuff on the right side. We just gotta kill anything that could potentially aggro, and that's around the exit, that's it. To make this as efficient as possible. I think it took me dying to every mob 91 plus before we clear. Hey, that's something I say, Siren. If you die to everything at least once, you run out of ways to die, and then you just clear. Nice dragon, thanks dragon. We'll be like the drill up your butt. Necro99, hey, thanks for the follow, welcome in. Appropriate name for the content. Okay, we need another kill, but I'll kill something soon. That's fine. Oh, I did that by accident. I was targeting it. I'm gonna walk here because I'm gonna check the chest, and the word is sound, so that's why I'm walking. Drill's a nuke at this level? It's a nuke anytime. I had permaseal pretty much on the floor, they started showing up so they weren't that bad. Oh yeah, with steel they're not that bad, yeah. Absolutely. A lot of knockback disabled. Switching. Knockback disabled again, if you have rage you can't use it, so you have to watch out for that. Make sure you take a note of it, because it is a big tragedy when you try to rage and you didn't realize there's knockback disabled. That has ended runs, let me tell you. I have certainly lost runs like that myself, so be careful about that. Steel. I just use it. Wait, I just used steel. Oh, I was supposed to use F1 too. Re-Ass Drill does like 35% of the mob. Yep. Re-Ass Drill does that for sure. Yeah, that's a big tragedy too, for sure. Oh, hey, we have no knockback. You want to see something cool, guys? This thing does a pull-in, but because it's considered knockback, it doesn't pull me in. We did have that happen a couple times already, but I wanted to just make a verbal note on that, because that is actually a pretty good strategy in the later floors when you're dealing with a Scorpion. So yeah, knockback disabled sucks for like rage, but when you're dealing with Scorpions later, that's actually really good to take advantage of. You essentially kind of disable some of what the some of what the Scorpion's capable of doing. Rias. That's what you typed, man. I'm just reading what you typed, dude. So watch, this thing is gonna pull me in. This is its normal tech. So when knockback is disabled, it doesn't pull that. It doesn't do that pull in. Rage. Yeah, I'm gonna rage the damn Chimera. Look at the Chimera. 12,730 damage. 12,730 damage. That means that's how much HP it has. Look at this dragon. 11,732. Big enemies, big HP. Let's do a comparison here, quick, with the claw. By the way, rage does it 100% of the maximum HP. 7,858. So when I say the bigger the enemy, the more HP they have, I am not kidding. So if you can help it, you know, you try not to fight the bigger enemies, but hey, it isn't, you know, sometimes it just is what it is. But something to definitely keep in mind there, in terms of the enemies when it comes to Palace. It's a little bit different in Heaven on High, but we're not in Heaven on High. So, yeah, keep that in mind. The bigger the enemy, the more... So that's why it's tricky in the later floors, in 100 floors later, in the 181 set. We always recommend, hey, kill the Chimeras. Pick the Chimeras on, kill the Chimeras. But because they're bigger enemies, they have higher HP pulls. I'm gonna use food for 91 plus. I don't use food here. I use food 91 plus. HOH flashbacks. Yo, what's up, Southerner? How you doing, dude? Just got back from San Diego. How was San Diego? Were you there for a convention? Yeah, how's San Diego, dude? I might be going to San Diego in October because of the TwitchCon. I'm gonna try to do TwitchCon, I think. But how is San Diego doing? San Diego is magical. So what did you do in San Diego? I've been to San Diego before. I've done some things, really cool things in San Diego. So what did you do? If you wanna share with the class. Maybe find something else. The beach. They went to Temecula, Wine Country. Okay. City Winery Resort. Wow. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I have never done that. I've done the zoo, I've done the convention, I've done the beach. But I never did that one. That sounds cool. Winery Resort. Nice. San Diego Zoo is pretty cool. I think the San Diego Zoo is pretty damn big. Wait. Yeah, it is. I have been there. Actually, you know, when I was there, they were under construction, so like half the zoo was like under construction though. But it was good, and then the Mexican food there is really freaking good too. It's great food over there. Although the polar bear, well, yeah, the polar bear is kind of, yeah. Okay, Necro99. Hey man, first time catching you live. Hi. Actually, I'm a trained AI. I'm not actually live. You have encountered a stream where the AI is just so advanced that I know that you're coming in at exactly that time so I can answer your question. Been watching your YouTube stuff for several days now. God help you. No, I'm kidding. I really hope I was really helpful, so wanted to thank you for that. No problem. I did my first ever solo attempt and died on... Wow. Wait, what paralyzed you? What paralyzes you? Oh, you probably got hit with the persona? The persona's paralyzed. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, 149 as the first attempt, dude. That is tremendously awesome. So keep it up. You're already well past a lot of other people, so that's really freaking good. I'm thinking Persona. I think the boots are gone by then. I think the boots are a little bit earlier, Luxie, so I'm almost certain it's a Persona. But I could be wrong. I don't remember. It is one of them, but I don't remember which one it is. Potchard! Yo, Potchard, let's go. Hey, and by the way, thank you for typing that message. I really appreciate that. It's really nice to meet the guys that kind of reside more on YouTube, and then you guys find a way to come to the live stream. So I do appreciate that, because honestly, like, yeah, it's fun to talk with you guys live and to have the conversation. But I know sometimes the time zones are ass for a lot of people, especially if you're EU. It's kind of probably super ass. I'm pretty sure there are people out there who are listening, who literally can never ever catch a live stream because my times are just janky. But you still watch the content, and that really means a ton. That you actually like just enjoy it that way. Very rarely do I do recorded content only for YouTube, and it's all from the live stream. Let me see if I get a steal out of here. I don't remember the name, but it was kind of ghostly. Yeah, that was the Persona. It had like multiple eyes. It looks like it had a cloak or something. It was like glowing. That's the Persona. Don't worry, I'm bad with names too, Necro. So a lot of times I describe something. You know, like this is easy because it's a dragon. Like how can you forget his name is Dragon? But I'll name things by their description. But the Persona was like, I don't know how many times. I don't know how I could properly describe it, so I just knew its name. How many sustaining potions do you? Yeah, 400 to 500 is the average. That's about what I go through. On my initial clear, I think I went through 600. But why do I say 400, 500? It's simply because you're good. So think of it this way. If you start at floor 1, Boreas, at 400, you're assuming you're picking up potsherds along the way. You're getting the 2 guaranteed from Edda and the Necromancer at floor 100. More than likely, you're picking up more on the climb. So even if you use up all 400, you're probably gonna be like you're probably gonna have extra potsherds to use, and you'll be able to keep going on the run. So that's why that base 400 is good, or base 500. It does assume that you'll use more potsherds, that you'll maybe potentially need more, but you're getting potsherds along the run. That makes sense. HOH names are possible to remember. I don't remember them at all. I just call them or whatever. Alright, so the boss this is a lot harder than it had been before, guys. Something to note, this is a harder boss than before. So if it feels like it's hitting harder, if it feels like it's taking longer, you're not going crazy. If you were to run a comparison of my Shadowbringer clear for Godfather versus this one, no matter what I do, I'm going to kill this slower. It's something to keep in mind. Now, assuming that you transmuted your potsherd that you had got from Edda, you're probably going to have at least 20. So I'm using one here for Lust. What I like to do is I like to use the Lust once the ad shows up, because I'm going to use Lust to kill the 2 ads. Also, note my positioning for the bomb. The bombs that show up with the ads are fixed positions. They will spawn in exactly the same spot every single time you do this duty. And so I'm favoring my positioning so that I hit the ads. First one was exactly where you saw it. The second one will be around this bomb, and that's why it is here in particular. And then the last bomb, which you have to park underneath the boss, that is going to be center. So just kind of keeping the boss around this vicinity is good enough. I'm going to dump here. Also, it's going to be a good habit when that Giddy Bomb shows up. I believe it's called Giddy Bomb. Do not ricochet. No ricochet, because if you ricochet, you're kicking the bomb away from the flame. Here, I can show you. Ready? I'm going to show you the bad thing to do. I'm going to ricochet on purpose so you can see it happen. Ready? Ricochet. We hit the enemy. So here, I'm just going to kind of adjust here. Boom. So make sure you do not ricochet, otherwise you're going to cause a lot of problems. Because I kind of knew what I was doing. I already knew the position I was going to fling the bomb, and I made my adjustment. But if you need to do it on the fly, you may not have that reaction time. So do not use ricochet, otherwise you kick out that Giddy Bomb. It's real bad. Duty. I'll catch up in chat after we kill his boss. We should be able to kill this boss before the other bomb becomes a bit of a problem. It's gonna show up one more time. That's the gray bomb, but we should have enough damage to kill this out based on having the lust going in. There you go. So that is a harder 90 boss. A little bit harder, but that's how we handle it. Alrighty. Let me catch up in chat here before we continue. Put in some of the PoTD music. Let me see. Yeah, it was ass, but I wasn't even upset. I could have played better. My positioning was bad. I don't know the aggro types. Oh, the aggro types will come in time, Necro. Don't worry. You'll learn them over time. And you know, and to that effect, if you're using the videos, Necro, then maybe I didn't do a good enough time to explain that. So maybe once we get to those higher floors on Thursday, I'll do a better job explaining aggro types. Because if you don't know what that aggro type is and you're using the videos, I didn't explain it. So I'll do a better job. If I remember. Most HOH ones are named after the... Yeah, I think a lot of them are Japanese names. So you know what is really funny? Absolute paradox. If any of you guys were watching us Sunday when we did the group Heaven on High run with Sheila, Loken, and Pinned, Sheila had no problem like calling the enemies by their names because she speaks Japanese. So it was just an easy word for her. For me, they're like too freaking complicated. So I'll just call them like, you know, centaur, robot bitch, bird bitch, green jerk. You know, like we'll describe them very well, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Thing that kills me all the time. Like when I say that, you know exactly what that is. So it makes it a lot easier for me to remember. Giraffe. Oh, that was Loken, dude. He was calling those deers giraffe, man. I don't know what he was smoking. He was smoking something. Aggro types are easier to get with repetition, yeah. Is the turret aggro so wonky? So Absolute Paradox, I cannot confirm nor deny the turret aggro, but I will tell you, when my turret comes up and the Giddy Bomb is there, I don't drop it. I just don't drop it. I just wait and just drop it later. Ghost enemies can be sound, yep. Oh my god, Southerner, did you see that post from Elden Ring? It was a Twitter account called Can I Pet the Dog? I believe was the name of the Twitter account. And they had a video basically saying in Elden Ring you can't pet the dog. It's such a great video. And the guy's just like, come here! And then the dog just chomps him and kills him. It's not you, don't worry, your videos are really useful. Like I said, it's my first time. No problem. Like, Necro, I'm always looking to improve the videos, Necro. So don't take offense by that. I don't take offense by it. So don't take offense to that either. If there is something you thought the video could do better, if there's anything, even if like you're super novice and like first time in, even if you like just this like random ass thing, like let me know because I can incorporate it. I could maybe incorporate it, add it in to make the experience better for you next time or better for someone else. So stuff like that, comments like that, I pick up on, and it makes me think, okay, could I have done this a little better? Because look, it is based on my own knowledge, and I'm just basically like vomiting words as much as possible, so I might miss things, and if I miss it, that could be a crucial information that could be helpful for the next person. So that's just my approach on going it for it. I hope that makes sense. I'm always looking to try to get better. It's just the thing I do. I'm never satisfied, man. We'll get more water and then we'll go into 91 plus. By the way, I'll mention it now, but I'll talk more about it when we step in because people might skip this part and it's understandable. 91 is harder, and 100 is a lot harder. So if you're comparing the Shadowbringer video into the Endwalker area, you'll know or you'll feel that it is harder, but it is. Enemies are just like hitting harder, they're dying slower, all that stuff. Just cleared P4S, congratulations. When's P5 coming? Today I caused the wipe because someone in my static told me to go to two-way marker and asked, your two or my two? He short circuited. Instead of left or my... Oh my god. Jesse, what did you do? Oh my god. Sure, might be based on your own knowledge, but you've forgotten more about PoTD than I've known. Dude, I'm literally going to level every job to 80 to 90 using only Crystal Conflict. Do it. Dragon's on Ultimate? Yeah. I imagine. So you should say, you know what you should say, Jesse, one time? If you gotta go left or right, say stage left. Is there a reason people never use grade 6 tinctures in Pal? Hey Almers, can you answer that question? So Almers, quick, can you answer that question? What is the cap in Palace of Dead for grade? Is it grade 3? There is a cap for Palace, meaning you use like I think grade. There we go. So that's what it is. Almish has that information. So like you can use 6 if you want to. I mean, more than likely you're sitting on 6 because of rating. But if you want it to be kind of efficient, you probably use something less, or you use like old ones from like Shadowbringers, because you don't really get more than a certain amount. If that makes sense. So that's probably why you don't see people use grade 6. I have grade 6, but it's just because I was using them for like content. Yeah. So that's mainly why you would see people not use it, but that's like super detailed. Like honestly, I think most people would probably use grade 6 simply because that's just what they're sitting on. Like you're probably sitting on like hundreds of it, you know? I also showed myself doing the 140 boss before starting fighting, and I actually was watching the video. I saw you kill in 10 resolution attacks, paused the video, started to fight myself. Thinking my teeth kicked in and almost died. Then I unpaused the video and you said, by the way, never attempt this guy with oh no! Yeah, because it takes way longer without strength. Yeah, because it's going to take way longer. You don't do it in resolution with without strength. Yep. Shit. Sorry, man. Okay, I should mention that earlier then. Talk about that earlier. Okay, I'll remember that. Okay, let's go in. I'm gonna food up because again we're respecting this set a lot more. So we'll food up here. We're gonna use my Arch Hamburger because I'm I got rich taste buds. Okay, 91 plus. Oh, I didn't update title. I gotta be a good streamer. We gotta update title. Someone make a bot where when I go into the next set, it just automatically updates my title. That'd be great. Yo, what's up, Vera? Boo boo doo boo boo. Steel. Okay, good start. So we want to be a little extra careful. The enemies are going to be a little bit harder, especially once we start walking into 96, 97. Those enemies will definitely be a little bit more meaty and also kind of kill you a lot faster. You might start seeing me using some sustaining potions to get through, but we do want to make that a note. Yeah, I'm almost getting hungry again. I had a delicious chocolate cake for dinner, but, you know, cake for dinner is not entirely a actual meal, but it was good. Thanks, Almish. Hey, Almish, thank you for hanging in a little bit of extra before we went to dinner. I really appreciate that. You're the go-to guy for that information, so I really appreciate that. Dinner of Champions? Yeah, I had like a chocolate strawberry cake. It was really good. With some green tea. That was my dinner. It was supposed to be my dessert post-lunch, and I never ate it until dinner time came in, so it's like, okay, I'll just eat it now. Okay, this guy's gonna do Scream. Big AoE, we're going to interrupt. Unlike the other wraiths though, he doesn't use the follow-up Accursed Hawk, so you just have to worry about that one. The later ones will do it, and Heaven on High will do it, but not this one. Swarms have it on drain, so they're kind of extra annoying to kill. Mummies are proximity, so we have to kill them to get the exit. Swarms are sound, I believe. I always thought they were proximity, but I believe they are sound. In case you haven't seen it or are not sure, this icon is a landmine, so if I hit it, I go boom, so do enemies if I'm fighting it. That is a landmine. We haven't really talked about that, but I haven't really went into traps lately. So we're gonna walk here through the swarms. I hate them. Okay, first slow down. Intuition. Rage! Okay, let's take advantage of the rage. Fiction. Alright, so we got a nice easy floor here for 92. I just want to kill enough to get out of this floor. We'll check the other chests too. Hot shreds would be really good too. This song's so good, I like this song a lot. I respect content. Miss Queen! Thanks for the lurk! Hope you have a good day, Queen. Guys, our buddy Queen Chan Lin. Variety streamer. Good friend of ours. She's a gamer too, dude. She's pretty awesome. So guys, check her out. Man, she always spends the time to pass on by, and I'm always such a jerk, and I never pass by her stream unless I rate her. I'm so bad. I don't pass by anyone's stream. I'm a bad friend. Yo, Mage Gunner, what's up, dude? Hey, what's up? Yeah, you came in the right time, as always. You know what? It doesn't matter what time of day you come in, Mage Gunner. End of stream, beginning of stream, middle of stream, it's always at the right time. You came exactly when you needed to. How's it going? Mage, are you doing ulti? I want to think you're doing ulti, but I'm unsure of this. You're doing ulti, okay. Nice. Hope you're having fun. It's been a fun watch. I've been watching a lot of the prog from a lot of teams. So, keeping myself educated. So I sound like I know how to play this game. I may not do it, but at least I know about it. Got another Wraith coming in. Oh, ×2. Sneaky. Oh, ultimate, okay. So you know. I'm too much of a casual? Yo, high five, dude. Me too. I'm too much of a casual. I'm way too much of a casual, man. Yeah, one day. I can imagine you being an ulti gamer, dude. No problem. You want to pick on the Roselet, by the way, as a range? They are so easy. Look how slow they attack. One of the best enemies to fight. They are sound, though. Hippographs are sight, so they're a lot easier as well. They're not too bad. Oh, you're singing to the choir, my friend. I've been ready for a deep dungeon for years. I'm just, you know, buying time doing the old stuff, if you will. Hell yeah, we're gonna be all over it. You imagine that. The community and myself will be all over that new one. I can't wait. Just everything is gonna be fun. I can't wait. That's it. Serenity. Okay, we have some of the undead showing up here. Course is proximity, although we have a rage, so that's good. Tactician. Okay, so the chorus is a proximity. Swarm is sound. Roselet is sound. Oh, I see Duke. Hello, good evening, sir. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay, I don't need to go here. We'll just go south. I think this is the rage, so I gotta come back this way. I'm over here waiting for it to drop, just knowing that one day we'll rise up out of Gilmore finally. I mean, we have heaven on high, right? But yeah, for sure. God, I just hope they make it so hard. I want to be challenged in this game. You know, saying that because I'm not being challenged in this game, obviously. Kiamba, hello, how you doing? What up? What up, friendo? So I was saying this earlier in stream, Mage Gunner. What I would like Deep Dungeon to establish itself, if you're going to, oh, Rev, by the way, Rev69, thanks for the follow. if you're going to set tier difficulties for solo content, because bear in mind, Square Enix has said this is official. This isn't me just like, you know, making things up. They said that they're going to start moving into more solo content for 14. That is their goal for like the future. But if you were to tier like you have for rating, you have Ulti, Savage, Extreme, 24-man, so on and so forth. If you were to tier solo content, I hope Deep Dungeon is the top tier, top tier, right? Then maybe the duels, or maybe Criterion goes into that. So I hope Deep Dungeon stays and is the top tier solo content, the ultimate version, if you will. And that's what I really hope it is. Now, again, I mean, as long as you kind of have a tier above, I mean, maybe you make Criterion as the ultimate version of the thing, which is okay, fine. Just make it really hard, you know, give me a solo one that's hard. Hey, I'll become a Criterion streamer. As long as it's good content, I'll put it out there. I hope we get new one, Nizal Isle. I know, Nizal Isle is potential, but we'll see. We'll see. It did cross my mind, but it seemed like we just touched upon that area. But Nizal Isle would be the perfect one. I just missed a reassemble drill, guys. I hope you guys noticed I missed a reassemble drill. With Criterion. Criterion is their new dungeon that they are introducing in 6.2. It is supposed to be a scalable dungeon. So you can go in just like Deep Dungeon. 1, 2, 3, or 4 people. But we don't know anything past that. No other information. We don't know what it's involved. We don't know how it's set up. We don't know what... anything. That's all we know. So... won't be staying for long, but it'll be looking for... okay, hey, I always appreciate clerks, so thank you for that. It sounds neat. I hope it is. Cynic, I'm with you on that one. I am 100% with you on that one. Now, there's two ways to approach it. And I am with you in this thought that when I first heard about it, it sounded like, oh, so it's probably going to be harder for 4 people, but easier for 1 person, right? I think you're thinking like that, and I agree with you on that one. However, you could also think of it like Mythic Plus, where if it's like Mythic Plus and WoW, then you're implying scaling as, okay, we have a baseline difficulty, and you can scale it higher and higher until, I don't know, till your nose bleeds or something. Which then would be like, okay, that's kind of cool, I can ramp it up to like infinite difficulty and then try to do it. So if you imply scaling that way, that sounds cool. But I am kind of with you, Cynic, on that. Having this little thought in my brain, it's like, well, it's harder with 4 people no matter how I slice it. You know, it's like, okay, whatever. It's like, okay, I can do it, but it's like, it's not as motivating, you know? Whereas Deep Dungeon, you know, it's the reverse. It doesn't scale, therefore Deep Dungeon is always going to be harder with 1 person because it's exactly the same with 4 people. And that's why Deep Dungeon is so appealing. And you know what? Honestly, I feel like maybe they take that into consideration. Maybe. That people are challenging Deep Dungeon solo. And yes, it's supposed to be 4-4, but people are still killing it by 1, so you gotta think that the gamer's skill is high. So they wouldn't do something like that, but at the same token, they haven't introduced anything in this game as such, so they could be just filling that hole to allow for something that scales to that extent, which is fair, but not preferable. Machinist might be your favorite job. Artist, Machinist is great. It is the fan favorite for Palace of Dead and Deep Dungeon in general. I mean, I know Machinist kind of gets crapped on a little bit in the raiding scene because of what they do not bring to the table compared to Dancer and Bard, but it's not a raid scene. It is a very, very good job in Deep Dungeon, so... Do you think Red Mage is a good option for HOH clear, better stick to tanks? I hate to say it, but honestly I think tanks would be a better option, Kiyomi, just because of what they do. I mean, look, I'm a Red Mage fan, but Red Mage is tough. It takes a playstyle to work with it. If you really like Red Mage, then go for it, but it's a tough one. This is a treasure room, right in front of me. Also, Stranger Paradise battle music, let's go. If you guys haven't heard of what Stranger Paradise is, I do play it on Mondays right now, and we're doing speedruns. So you will see the entire game beginning to end in 2 hours. But it's a really good game. It is a Final Fantasy game, but it's like Devil May Cry to some extent, or maybe like a... People say Souls-like, but it's not really Souls. Also, keep in mind the damage I'm taking. I do have Steel on, This is where we were mentioning at the beginning of the floor how things are kind of harder hitting. To be fair, I do have no healing, so I will start popping some potions to help me out. But you do want to not take a lot of these things for granted. Okay, let's see. The knight is proximity here, so I do want to pull the knight so I have a clearance on the left side. The dragons are sight, so I don't have to worry too much about getting around the dragons unless they're facing my direction. I do have a free witch in case things go south. Double lust. Chorus is proximity here, so I'll pull it. Knight has to go because he just sees proximity. Trying steal. Okay, let's find the exit first. Might have to start consulting the homework soon. Kind of blind. Oh, good luck. Let's go blind hollow. Gotta love it. Yo, Z-Don, hello! Thanks for the raid, welcome in guys. Give me a moment while I kill this Gubu. Oh, that's not how I did. Z-Don. Hey, thanks for the raid. How's 14? Welcome in guys from Z-Don stream. I am Angelus Demonus if you haven't been here before. I do a lot of Deep Dungeon solo, and actually today we are constructing a new guide for trying to do Machinist, which is a popular job to get Necromancer. I do it on stream first, we talk as much as I can, people ask questions, so on and so forth. That's the format of this, so if this might be your desire, today's a great day, because I would love to answer any questions, but essentially we're just showcasing the run, showing you guys how to get through, all that stuff. Welcome in. Death by Ultimate Raid, okay. AJ, hello, welcome in. Absolutely. Oh, it's nice of you. Yeah, I'm alright. I spend some time in here. You know, I've been in here for a little bit, so I know my thing. But I appreciate that. So how far are you guys, by the way? I'm assuming when you said Ultimate, you're in Ultimate. So how far are you guys? I kind of know Ultimate. I did a hardcore static on day 1. But I kind of know all the phases. So where are you guys at? Where are you sitting at? I don't know the names of abilities though. I know phases, but I don't know the names of abilities. Mutus at NP2? Mutus at NP2, Mutus... Okay. I think I know what that one. Oh, so when like the... Is that the part where like the comets drop and stuff? Like, it's like towards the end of that, right? Get an offline after week. Ooh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, watching my HP here. It's this mutation. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. See, I am proud of myself that I know what you're talking about. Hell yeah, dude. I am proud of myself. By the way, I've never ever stepped into a Savage on content. Never done an Ultimate. It's just not the content I do, so I get overly excited when I know what people are talking about. That's all. just yeah, dude, I've been watching enough of this content to know what I'm talking about. I did that with T. I was watching Todd and Galaxy AOS do T, and I watched them for like a literal month and a half. I watched their like entire prog to their clear, and like by that point I like knew all the phases. You know, they had like Pepsi Man into BJ and the Cruiser, right, and then into Alexander. And then you had Wormhole, and then you had Perfect Alexander. You had Nisty back in Blue Justice. So, like, I knew like a lot of the mechanics. So, like, I watched it so much. I never stepped foot into that content ever. When are you getting your Groove of Necromancer through Ultimate? Well, Jayla's kind of doing it. I don't know, dude. We play solo for a reason. Like, we're on our own. We don't get together, man. We social distance, you know? This is me social distancing from the 14 community in an instance. Like, not from the community of you guys watching, from the community in-game. I don't have to deal with humans, so I'm just here by myself. Easy game. Social distance gamers, yeah. I remember I made this joke when the pandemic was starting about how they were defining social distancing, you know, oh, social distancing, stay 6 feet away, and I'm like, wait, there's a definition for the thing I've been doing all my life? Oh my god, is that what you call it? I've been doing that literally for my entire life. Now I know what it's called, social distancing. Necromancers don't have to worry about anyone else messing up their run except an intern tripping over a wire and unplugging the server. True. True. Everybody people can be toxic. They can be, yeah. I've done 16 seasons of feasts in PvP. And I can tell you people can be toxic, yeah, for sure. I may not have raided, but I PvP'd. But I'll definitely tell you, and maybe this is a little bit of bragging, but I would like to think, and I do have seen it, that the Deep Dungeon community is full of just amazing people. Just the big encompassing part of the community are all just really nice people. And I feel like that's just what some guys are just looking for, just a nice calm community to do really tough content, just not to get ragged on, really. And how can you really rag on someone doing solo, you know? It's like, it doesn't impact your run in any way. It's like, can you imagine? Alright, yo, thank you Zedon for the raid. Thank you very much, guys. Check out Zedon, they're doing Ultimate, so they're very kind to bring the raid over here. Can you imagine you're doing a solo run, and then like some other guy is doing a solo run, and like they fail, and like you're like, dude, why did you fail? You messed me up. What's wrong with you? It's like, that makes no sense. It's like your run and the other person's run have no bearing for each other. So really, it's all you're doing is just kind of cheering each other on, because you know what that journey's like. And that's kind of where the vibe is kind of coming from, right? It's like, you don't, like, who cares what everyone else does? You just want people to just kind of just do well and all that stuff. And that's, I think, why it's really such a nice community. No one's really butting heads. I mean, not to say it's perfect. I'm not saying it's a utopia. Like, there are things that have happened, but it's certainly damn good compared to other communities, for sure. Is this gonna be on YouTube? Yes. What I've been doing, Necro, is every stream I've been doing since the beginning of the year has been going on YouTube. So last week, Necro, I was attempting to do the live tutorial of this last week, and I would have completed it. I would have been doing something completely different today, but I disconnected on 193. No joke. I got up to 193, I had 3 rages, 3 flights, and I disconnected. My ISP said, F you. So I have to do it again. And that one I had last week will be on YouTube, although I'm not going to label it a live tutorial. But it will be in that format, so. The video I was watching is from Shadowbringer, they're really good, but it looks like some floors are way harder now. Exactly, Necro. And that is one massive reason why I'm doing this now, because I want to update that guide. Because I know lots of people have been talking about it in those videos. Oh my god, the 100 boss is so much harder. Yes, I know. And I actually tried to put in the description, because I did do Machinist in Endwalker in the early days, but I didn't clear. And we did do a couple things, and I made some comparisons and such, but people don't read the descriptions, and it's okay. I'm not gonna make them read the descriptions, but yeah. And Thursday I continue this Necro, so same time Thursday you're gonna see the continuation of this run, assuming I get to 120 today. But yeah, it's certainly gonna be on YouTube, and the one that I did last week, I believe I'm going to post it on next Tuesday, I believe, is when I'm gonna post that one. No, I might post it Saturday. When am I gonna post it? It's either Tuesday or Saturday of this week that I'll post my Necro, my last week. I think it's gonna be Tuesday. I don't remember. It's gonna be posted at some point. Okay, resolution, guys, is really good. Because on this floor, 97, 98, 99, a lot of the enemies are undead. So take advantage of that. You can probably one-shot a lot of these enemies now. So you'll do a lot of quick kills with the free resolution. You don't want to use one to go down to 2, but if you get a free one, you can get some free kills here because they're all undead. Okay, time to... Okay, hey, thank you, Mage Gunner, for being here. As always, have a wonderful sleep. I already made a new file, I got up to 50. Okay. I just hope I can get past 194. Yep. That's... Yeah. Yeah, the wombo combo sometimes of Deep Dungeon is intense. You don't think of it, but when you're dealing with two enemies, there is some interesting wombo combos, and it sucks, for sure. I might need to double tap these, so I'll hit it. Yeah, I do need to double tap. Okay, we'll pick up the resolution. Damn, I'm hungry, guys. I always complain about that. I always get hungry and I'm hungry again. Feels bad. I was so hungry on when was I streaming? Oh, Sunday. I was so hungry. Oh my god. Might eat something before I sleep, I don't know. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna talk about the 100 boss. Why is it harder? And we're going to do a little bit of an adjusted strategy from what we did back in Shadowbringers. I'm going to call this a safe strategy, but if you want to make it a little tighter, you are more than welcome to do it. The goal here is just to provide something that you guys can get that's a little bit more consistent and to get you through. If it's like your 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th time, you can start tweaking it if you want, that's fair. But we'll do it in a way where it's, again, consistent. So we're going to do our normal setup here, which we're just going to do the burst. I'm actually, usually what I do the burst at 90%, but we're going to hang here a little bit. Alright, so we're going to actually push this a little bit further. What I want to do is get a lot of my burst down here. Okay, so I'm going to go here into Tactician, and I'm going to be on Lust, but I'm going to push him only to the second set of ads. So the second set of ads should be about 67-ish is where you're looking at, 67-ish. So we're going to be staying in Lust for a little bit. I'm also going to manage my HP. One of the biggest differences with this fight that's problematic is that the courses hit you way harder, even through steel. So when these guys use Glass Punch, watch my HP. My HP is going to drop by like 1/4 of my HP from the Glass Punch, and that is not what it did before in Shadowbringers. And also they take longer to die, so they would usually die in 2 hits of Lust. Sometimes they are dying in 3 hits of Lust. That's a bit of an issue. Alright, so I'm going to dump it here. Okay, I'm going to watch it because I just took some damage there. I'm going to be pushing the boss down a little bit. Cutting for a little bit. I'm going to be using a resolution once the second set of ads show up, which will be soon. Because I want to make, again, we're going to make this a little safer. We don't want so many ads running around here. So we're going to take care of the first 2 set of ads. That's the first set of ads done. The second ones are coming in right now. We clear these out with the resolution. I need to do one more hit here. Again, this is a safety strat. I get rid of that one, and then we could proceed as normal. The next set of ads are going to show up by about 39, and then we'll do a second resolution. The strategy I employed back in Shadowbringers, basically what we did is we lusted, and then we would fight this boss all the way up into the last set of ads. So you'd have 7 ads running around, and you take care of them with resolution. Why we don't do that anymore is what I explained earlier, is that they hit you so much harder, and they have a little bit more, seemingly more HP, so they die slower. And that does complicate trying to keep them alive a little bit longer. So that's why we do a double resolution, or rather I do a double resolution, to make this a lot safer. Again, you can still do 1 Lust, 1 resolution, but if you're approaching this as one of your first time attempts, and you're approaching this as like, you know, I haven't really done this boss too much, go with the safe strat. Play it safe, get a little bit used to it, and then you can start maybe threading the needle a little bit, you know, pushing your palms, getting a little bit more out of it. Just, again, my goal is to get you to the bench as safely as possible, and as consistent as possible. And this is the strategy that I personally employ all the time. I find it really fun though, I'm used to doing mid-eye level extremes. Dude, I'm trying to use a potion here. Mid-level extremes, and sometimes it can get rather frustrating. If I die in PoTD, it's always on you. Palace of Dead is kind of always on you, and not to mention, it's addicting. It is like your traditional like roguelike game, Necro, where it's like, because you have the randomness and the RNG, every attempt It's like you're convinced that it's a prog point, right? You don't get frustrated by dying. It's because it's like maybe you were destined to only get up to 149. Like, okay, today I was only supposed to get to 149, but next time I know what to do when I get to 149. I know what to, what to prevent and what to make happen. So the next time you'll take a couple floors higher. That's a prog point. So dying is good. That's how they describe roguelikes. Dying is fun. Dying is satisfying because you learn by dying. You learn by failing.